For years, Mark Daniels had enjoyed the peace of his ranch-style home on the edge of town. His property included acres of open land, a large barn, and his favorite feature, a private lake he had dug and stocked himself. To Mark, the lake wasn't just water, it was the heart of his ranch. He fished there, watched sunsets there, and even hosted barbecues for neighbors who wanted to relax by the shore. But where most neighbors saw beauty, the HOA president Linda, widely known as Karen, saw an opportunity to control. She was infamous for overstepping her authority, writing citations for things as trivial as the shade of someone's shutters. Still, even Mark was stunned when he heard her latest stunt. She told neighbors she was gifting his lake to her adult son, as if she owned it. First he thought it was just idle boasting. That illusion shattered the day he spotted strangers, her son, and his friends lounging by the water, beer cans floating near the dock. When Mark confronted them, he told them plainly, "This is private property. Get off my land." Laughed it off, saying, "Karen said it's ours now." Furious, Mark called Karen directly. She doubled down, insisting the lake was community property that she had the right to reassign. When Mark refused to budge, she escalated by calling the police, claiming he was trespassing on her son's lake. The responding officers took one look at the deed Mark produced and immediately sided with him. Karen's son and his buddies were sent packing, but the ordeal lit a fire under Mark. Enough was enough. What Karen didn't realize was that Mark wasn't just a property owner. He was also the HOA treasurer. For years, he had quietly handled the community's finances, keeping everything running smoothly while Karen grabbed the spotlight. If she wanted to play games, he was ready to remind her who held the real power. At the next board meeting, Mark presented a full financial report. Then, with calm precision, he announced stricter oversight rules. No project or expenditure could move forward without unanimous board approval. That meant Karen's pet projects, frivolous spending, and inflated reimbursements were cut off at the source. He even introduced higher late fees for dues, measures that hit her hardest. Since she had fallen behind on her own payments more than once, the room applauded his reforms. Karen, red-faced and sputtering, had nothing to say. Within months, her influence evaporated. Neighbors stopped taking her seriously, and her son never set foot near the lake again. For Mark, it wasn't just about winning a petty fight. It was about sending a message. Power in a community doesn't come from bossiness or bullying. It comes from responsibility and from knowing when to use it.